I'm really stoked today. My vinyl flooring has arrived. It's the Infinity, they call it luxury woven vinyl, and that's the roll there. I got a piece that's 15 feet long by 8.5 feet wide. So the first thing I'm going to do is put it in my slide as slide flooring. So I'm going to have to make a cut. I need about 4 feet of it by 14 foot 6 inches to cover my whole slide area. What I've done is I've cut the very front of the slide carpet out, so you can see at the end there it kind of rounds. So I'm going to cut the vinyl flooring, and then I'm going to take it to a upholstery shop. We're getting some pillows and mattress done for our new daybed, so I'm going to get them to put an edge on this vinyl flooring, get them to wrap it under and put a nice seam on it, because the flooring overlaps with the other flooring on the slide, of course. So first thing I'll do is unroll that and make a cut. So I have the piece for the slide flooring, and I'll take it to the upholstery and get it all nice seam put in. So I've laid it out on the grass here, and I've marked out with a blue Sharpie a line 4 feet in. So now I need to cut that in half. And I've done a test with a piece. They had sent me a samples thing, and just a plain old utility or X-Acto knife does an excellent job. Cuts right through that like butter and makes a nice even seam right there. Much easier than carpet, that's for sure. So I'm going to run that along that and cut her in half. Well, that stuff cut like butter. This with a good sharp X-Acto knife. Beautiful. Very easy to cut. So now there's my slide flooring all laid out, and it actually sits quite flat, pretty easy on its own weight, so I don't think I'm going to have to hold it down much in the slide. And so I've laid out the old slide carpet. You can see the color there of our old slide carpet, and you can see on the old slide carpet they had this nice seam sewn on. So what I'm going to do is take our flooring to the upholstery guy, and I'm going to get him to fold it under and sew in a nice seam in there, so that when it comes across our regular flooring, it will look good. A nice finished seam on it. Here we go. The rip up of the old carpet begins. So I've hacked out a good section here. This is where the daybed's going to be. Underneath it, it's kind of a insulating material, kind of a plastic bubbly material. So I can cut a huge section out, but I've got a problem. Is when they built this slide, they seemed to wrap the carpet first and then put the walls on. So it's going to be a painstaking maneuver to slowly remove that old stuff. I'm probably going to bring the new flooring and butt it up against that, and then put like a thin strip of trim there to cover everything, because I actually want to put some staples through the stuff there to hold it in the corners. And so I have a little collection of tools. I have these new scissors that Vam Pliers sent me. What do you think, Beagle? Oh, they smell okay. And my lineman pliers from Vam Pliers, and they've been handy for picking out the staples, as they stapled the carpet in there, so these make short work of the staples for me. Just a little twist and out they come. Okay, and of course a good old utility knife. I think it's going to be good though. This carpet is pretty thin, and it didn't have any underlay, so the new luxury woven vinyl flooring from Infinity Fabrics will be a lot nicer, because it has a nice padding on the back, so it might even give me a little better insulation than this carpet did. So I'll get to work slowly getting rid of all that carpet in the corners there. And then along here, this is where the slide comes in. Used to be carpeting up to about here, but I removed that back and put this transition piece. And that's, I'm going to leave that because the slide needs something to come in and slide along. So I'm going to leave that. The flooring's going to come out past that, maybe to about there. So you'll never see the transition piece on that. What's that dog barking about, Angie? That's a tip for RVers. Don't leave your dog in the RV to sit there and bark at everybody all day. Right? No, I'd never do that. Oh yeah, this is lots of fun. Fun times. Anyway, it seems the best way I'm having success is to get the X-Acto knife in there right along, to get the point right in there and try to get a cut on the carpet fibers. Then I'm using those my van pliers, lineman pliers, which have a really sharp teeth on them, and I can get a hold of the carpet and with a kind of a twisting motion. I'm having good success getting a lot of the threads out, but it's kind of painstaking, but I'm getting there. I want to get as much of it out as I can so I get a nice corner in there to lay down my new flooring and put the trim on. Yay! Moving along here, this is our dining table and Anne's computer desk, and I've learned a new trick, trial and error. So before I pick up the carpet, I'm running the X-Acto knife right along that corner and giving it a good cut right to the floor along that carpet, and then it's, you see, it's a nice clean when it comes up like that. Trial and error. The only other thing I noticed is in the slide area, there's let's see if I get it better. Yeah, right there you can see that's probably a bolt going through to the other side where the floor is bolted down, or some of the slide hardware is attached. So they've gone right, they put the carpet down first and then put the bolts down, so there's a little bit of carpet jammed right under those bolts. So they have those every few feet. So if you find the bolts and then run the X-Acto knife along, you can pull it out section by section. I noticed the bolts were rusty, but I kind of checked in behind the wall, and there's nothing. The floor feels dry and solid, so I think it's more likely condensation. When the outside temperatures get really cold, those bolts get really cold with all the moisture inside the RV, it's probably getting some condensation. So far I haven't seen any evidence of leakage, which is really pleasing. Last thing you want in your slide is leaks. Okay, I'll continue on, get the rest of this carpet out from underneath the table here, and prep all the corners, and I should be able to lay down my vinyl flooring. Well, I got most of the carpet out. I'm just waiting on the vinyl flooring. I'm getting an edge put on at the upholsterer. So once I get that back, I'll probably give this the last final touch-ups and a good vacuum and a wash down. And also we'll take that table up. It's just held down by 4 screws. I think we're probably going to take that, Anne uses that as a computer desk, so we're probably going to take that and move it a bit more towards the couch, give us a little bit more room for the computer chair back here. Also, I think if I set it up right, should be able to use the sofa bed to seat a couple people at dinner. If we wanted to have 5 people over for dinner, we could. That'd be neat. Okay. Next time you see it, I should have some luxury woven vinyl flooring in here for you guys. All cleaned up. Gave it a good vacuum and wash. So it's all ready for the Infinity Fabrics vinyl flooring to go down. I just got the flooring back from the upholstery and he put a nice edge on it for me, so I'll get to work laying her down. There we go. Got it laid in place. Now you can see on the front there I had a nice seam sewn in. Fold it over, and the old floor went over to here, so I'm going to have to notch it out, make it fit in that corner. One nice thing about this flooring is it's super easy to work with. Just with a little X-Acto blade you can make a nice clean cut. So I'll get to work fitting that corner, and then I'll have to fit the other corner on the other end, and then cut the excess all around the outside. Well, Angie likes it already, don't you? Yeah. So I've cut it all out, and next I'm going to hold it down on the slide. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go all around the edges, and I'm going to staple it down on the edges. And then I've picked up some nice oak trim. I'm going to do anything that's showing, I'm going to do with oak trim. At that end, the whole daybed's going to be hiding most of the stuff out there, so I just bought enough oak trim to do the exposed parts. And on that black part there, I'm going to lay down some double-sided carpet tape that I picked up at Home Depot. And that'll help hold the front down, so when the slide goes in, it won't want to roll up. If it catches anywhere, there'll be less chance of it all rolling back. And down in Anne's area here, where she's going to have her computer chair, I'm going to put some double-sided carpet tape under that too, because it'll get most of the abuse. So get to work doing that. As far as the molding there, I think rather than nail it or anything, I'm going to just use some clear silicone and stick it in place. Did that with the last molding and it worked out fine. But yeah, it's going to look good. Nice. Oh, yeah, in this corner here, this funny looking part, this is where the 12-volt wiring comes into the slide. They have a wire underneath and some spring arrangement, and this is for the lighting in the slide. So I'm just going to put back what they had in there, put that back in place so it'll cover up the hole. There we go. Pretty well laid now. Put some carpet tape down that seam and underneath there. Got my nice oak trim in. Took that plastic piece and cut the side so I could hide the oak trim right inside it. Okay, so let's get that daybed back in place, and then I can measure out where I want the table and screw it down to the slide flooring. Wow, that looks really good. Floor matches the daybed covering. All nice bamboo. Really matches with our decor really well. Angie's going to check it out. Make sure it passes the sniff test, Angie. Yeah, it's good. So now I'm figuring out where I'm going to put my table. It's just screwed right down to the slide floor. I'm thinking I'm going to move it further towards the daybed, giving Anne a lot more room back here for her computer chair. Also, I may build some shelves behind her for nicks and necks. Okay, so the idea is once all the mattresses are on and everything, 2 people will be able to sit here, and with it slid over, they'll be able to use the daybed as chairs. And then 2 more people can sit there, and even a 3rd one can sit there, so we could actually have 5 people over for dinner in such a small space. But that'll usually be slid back, and Angie's kennel is going to fit in between the table and the daybed, like so. There we go. Right in there, and you can see even the bottom of the kennel I raised up with a couple blocks of wood so it would clear the leg, and then I even added the infinity fabric right onto it so it even matches. Maybe we'll even get a red vinyl cushion for her so she can be styling like Anne in her fancy chair. Go check it out, Angie. Go check it out. Well, that's worked out really well. Super easy to lay down. So that's another part of our summer renovation projects done. Nice slide flooring. And we've tried it out a bit already. I've noticed that the rollers on the chair will make an indentation on the floor, but it recovers quite quickly and repairs itself every time, so that's good. Lays nice and flat. And so my next project is going to be finishing up the daybed. I've also put the luxury vinyl flooring as a covering on the daybed, so in the next blog post and video I'll show you how I did that and complete the daybed here. We're just waiting for the upholstery place to come up with our new mattress and cushions. We've got 4 different cushions and a nice thick 5-inch really dense foam mattress to put on there, and then that'll be complete. But so far I'm really happy with this stuff. And after I finish off the renovations, I'll do a full review on this Infinity Fabrics flooring after we've used it a while. I'm really liking it so far with Angie. She sheds a lot of hair, and so far the hair is not sticking to it at all. It's just like it was a hardwood floor. It kind of just fluffs up and it's easy to sweep out. So until next time, this is Ray from loveyourrv.com. Happy trails.